A credit card can help you build credit, protect purchases, and earn rewards, but it can also turn ordinary spending into expensive debt. The difference is not the card itself, it is whether you understand the bill and pay it strategically. When you use a credit card, you are borrowing from the company that issued the card. The issuer authorizes the purchase, the transaction is added to your account, and you repay the issuer later. That is different from a debit card, which generally pulls money directly from your checking account. Your purchases are grouped into a billing cycle, usually lasting about a month. At the end of that cycle, the issuer produces a statement. This document includes your statement balance, minimum payment, due date, annual percentage rate, fees, available credit, and a list of transactions. Those numbers do not all mean the same thing. Your current balance is what you owe at the moment you check the account. Your statement balance is the amount owed when the most recent billing cycle ended. New purchases made after that closing date can raise the current balance without changing the statement balance that is already due. For most people who want to avoid credit card interest, the key number is the statement balance. Many cards provide a grace period on purchases. A grace period is the time between the end of the billing cycle and the payment due date. When your card offers one and you are eligible for it, paying the full statement balance by the due date generally allows you to avoid interest on those purchases. Grace periods are common, but issuers are not required to offer them, and cash advances usually work differently. Suppose your statement closes with a balance of $800. If you pay the full $800 by the due date, you may avoid purchase interest under the terms of the card. If you pay only $300, the unpaid portion can begin or continue accumulating interest. If you make only the minimum payment, the account may remain current, but repayment could take years. That brings us to the annual percentage rate, or APR. APR expresses the annualized cost of borrowing. Credit card interest is commonly calculated using a daily periodic rate and some form of daily balance calculation. That means interest can accumulate each day when you carry an interest-bearing balance. A card with a high APR can make debt grow quickly, especially when new purchases continue. Credit cards can also affect your credit profile. Payment history is important, so paying by the deadline matters. Credit scoring models may also consider your credit utilization, which compares your reported revolving balances with your available credit limits. If a card has a $5,000 limit and reports a $4,000 balance, that card is 80% utilized. High utilization can signal that you are close to being maxed out, although the exact effect on a score depends on the scoring model and the rest of your credit report. Rewards can make a card more useful, but they should not drive unaffordable spending. Imagine that a card earns 2% cash back. A $1,000 purchase may earn $20, but carrying that purchase at a high interest rate could cost far more than $20. Rewards are valuable only when fees and interest do not erase them. Several common mistakes are easy to avoid. Do not confuse the minimum payment with the amount needed to avoid interest. Do not assume every transaction receives a grace period. Cash advances may begin accruing interest immediately and can include separate fees. Do not ignore annual fees, foreign transaction fees, late fees, balance transfer fees, or promotional rates that eventually expire. Most importantly, do not charge something simply because the available credit makes it possible. A practical system is to use the card only for expenses that already fit your budget. Review transactions regularly, keep enough cash available to pay the statement balance, and set automatic payments for at least the minimum as protection against an accidental missed payment. Then schedule a full statement balance payment whenever your finances allow. If you cannot pay in full, avoid unnecessary charges and pay more than the minimum, prioritizing the highest interest debt. Also review the statement closing date, due date, purchase APR, cash advance APR, available credit, and any promotional expiration date. These details determine what the card may actually cost. The main takeaway is simple. A credit card is not additional income. It is borrowed money with rules, deadlines, and potential costs. Used carefully, it can provide convenience, consumer protections, rewards, and a positive payment record. Used without a repayment plan, it can lead to long-term debt. This video is for informational and educational purposes only and is not financial, legal, or investment advice. Review your cardholder agreement and consider your individual financial circumstances before making decisions.